Sacred union codes coming in. We felt these words coming from our guides today as we lay out in the sun together. These vibrational codes that are coming in via the sun are really an invitation, as well as the event that the invitation heralds. They invite us into deeper union with masculine and feminine energies in relationship expression with a mate. There is a with yourself invitation, of course, here too, that is critical to embrace and embody the inner feminine and masculine. We have been in sacred union mates for 9 years in what we call counterpart souls here, to serve love together. We offer this template to others through a conscious process and a way of life we created called SoulFullHeart.
These codes coming from the divine source or universe invite us into this experience of sacred union from a higher vibrational frequency of healthiness that hasn't been possible before. This healthiness aspect of sacred union differentiates itself significantly from what is commonly called the, quote, twin flame relationships, where couples and individuals have too often suffered in a bond that lacked boundaries and self-care and used the idealized twin flame picture as a way to loop in a shadow playout of codependent suffering. Sacred union, along with the picture of what we call counterpart souls, welcomes us to explore into our deeply held fantasies about what an idealized romance could look and feel like. But it also offers clear guidelines about alive personal boundaries and the awakenings that are necessary to ground that and make that possible and to keep it emotionally healthy.
This invitation to sacred union seems to be a critical aspect of the ascension process that will fast-track many of us in ways not possible before, especially those of us called to be wayshowers and pathlayers, bushwhackers, as we have affectionately called it. The desire for sacred union runs deep in our collective consciousness. Romantic movies, stories, songs, it all activates our passions, our desire for union with an other, joining together to experience both the exquisiteness of union and the powerful mirror that it offers of both our shadow and our light. We have experienced personally and in space holding with others for many years that a true sacred union is one where there are active and alive grounds of transactability in heart, soul, body, and mind, plus a larger container of goodwill, respect, and love that holds the exploration for the relationship.
In a true sacred union, there is a commitment by both individual partners towards their personal healing and growth and awakening. It is this personal and conscious commitment of both partners that opens out the mutual growth and the intimacy possibilities. The personal precedes and fills the mutual, and this is a big part of what makes it a sacred union and not a scared union. In a sacred union, each partner's sense of growing self-worth and soul embodiment floods into the what we call the usness ground, which is what we call this third energy created when two people come together in relationship.
Sacred union is evident in the transactability in the usness ground on many levels. The key pieces are hot sexual desire that goes far beyond lust or just body chemistry, the sharing of deepest vulnerabilities of the heart, expansive connection between the souls, including telepathy, remembrance of other lifetimes together that are happening now, clarity and service of love mission together, and mental resonance of values and vibrant idea exchange, and a deep and easy compatibility in everyday practical living.
People can get confused by the capacity or the potential of a relationship to become a sacred union, when really it only qualifies as one if it is actually currently transacting in these grounds in a way that is ultimately nourishing for both partners most of the time. All too often, one partner in a relationship will speak to their relationship's potential or their partner's potential as a reason to remain in the relationship that has little actual healthy nourishment. The harder truth to feel here is that remaining in a romantic relationship that has potential to one day but doesn't presently meet your deepest healthy needs and fulfill your wildest dreams serves to only diminish the likelihood that this potential will be realized unless it is being consciously worked by both partners.
And in a scared union, which is far more common, we feel, it's based in codependence and the sticky grounds of the relationship that seem to be mostly hookups between different parts of people. The most common hookups being between the inner child in one partner and a father or mother aspect in the other, or between two inner children, or two inner punisher critics, or the inner punisher of one hooked up to the shame part in the other, or an inner narcissist with the inner empath in the other, etc. The scared union is still a sacred one in the sense that it is necessary for a phase and can offer a deep crucible of healing for souls who sign up to awaken within it.
Oftentimes, in a scared union, one of the partners wakes up to what isn't working in the relationship and consciously wants more. He or she may engage in affairs of different kinds, or they may admit that they want to complete the relationship while the other, quote, doesn't get it. Often it is the woman in a relationship who wakes up before the man, who may be more hooked into taking care of mom, and not conscious of how he is actually not happy in his experience of the union. If only one partner is awakening and the other isn't, this is not a sacred union, as the souls are not aligning in mutual desire and illumination, inspiring each other to grow and to remember. This is a painful crucible to go through for both partners, especially the one who is awakening with possible guilt and shame that can come up from the emotional body around any obligation and loyalty ideals. Inner negotiation can be helpful to navigate the completion and also the healing of the karma between the two partners. If one partner feels very committed to the relationship and the other doesn't and keeps, quote, running, which is justified in the twin flame picture, this is not a sacred union either. A sacred union ground thrives on the sense of mutual dedication and devotion to the usness and being in it together.
For those who are ready and been on the awakening, self-healing, and ascension path, sacred union offers the end of shrinking to fit to any relationship or settling for less than what your soul most deeply wants and desires. The codes coming now seem to be supporting that for those who are ready, their higher self and guides will set up synchronicities for them to meet their sacred union counterpart mate, or to finally see them if you already know each other. This meeting of your counterpart may even happen for those souls currently in relationship together, which will certainly cause some major upheaval and emotional processing.
And for those already in a relationship, these codes seem to be creating quite a shake-up to the grounds of the relationship, amplifying and illuminating the deepest heart and soul desires and the shadow aspects that may be hanging out there as well. Even sacred unions may be feeling this rumble and be called to recommit to the union in all domains and connect even deeper to the ultimate reason why these sacred unions are coming together and being supported, which is to serve love. The service of love is the reason for it, which is a bigger context that provides a foundational energy of resonance for the souls experiencing it. The personal growth that sacred unions provide is ultimately for the service of love with others. This is the call that we feel is contained in these codes too. Those who let them in and hear and feel this call will find that their previous form of service may collapse or reshape or go through a death or dark night and arise again from the ashes in a new form that is deeply connected to their sacred union mate in co-creation and co-offering.
This invitation to sacred union is an ongoing one, certainly an ongoing process that offers such aliveness, goodness, magic, growth, and opportunity to serve love. The universe seems to be hugely supporting and needing this dualistic experiment to move more consciously and healthily into these domains for those who join together and join their intentions together to serve love. The partners are then able to offer and serve love in an exponential way to those ready to receive it. It's a tall order, but the rewards are out of this world.